Hey guys, and welcome to my Uluru vlog. This is like the trip of a lifetime for me. I've been looking forward to this for so long. Basically I got up really early and got on the plane. The views from the plane were absolutely incredible, and there is the rock itself. I was so excited. And yeah, we landed and I got picked up by my tour company, Morgus Adventures. It's a 3-night 4-day tour with like loads of hiking and stuff. So then we hiked around the base of Uluru and we saw some like ancient drawings and stuff, and then I don't know, it was just amazing. Like, I was so speechless at the size of it. And then we had some champagne and watched the sunset. And then we went back to our first camp for the night and we made a massive fire, and yeah, it was just an awesome day. And we were sleeping in swag bags on the ground, which is scary. So it is the morning after my first swag camping. I did not sleep at all. Literally, I didn't sleep at all. But it was so comfy, and it was like comfier than my bed at home. But like, for some reason, I just was like too excited. I didn't sleep at all. But anyway, yesterday seeing Uluru was amazing. Today we're going to see the sunrise, and then we are going on a 2-hour hike. Yeah. So after getting up at 4:30 a.m, literally I don't think I've ever got up that early in my life, we drove to see the sunrise and it was so worth it. It was beautiful. And here's Katajuta. And then we went to hike Katajuta. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, sorry. But it was stunning. It was literally like being on Mars. Not that I've ever been to Mars, but it felt like I was on another planet. The red colours and the greens were just like incredible. I was just amazed the whole time. This whole vlog is just me being amazed. So we did a really cool hike this morning. It was like insane views, and now we are heading to our next campsite. So then we started the drive to our next campsite, and on the way we stopped to collect some firewood for our campfire. This was actually really hard work. Like, I am so weak. And then we continued driving and arrived. And then our tour guide sang to us, which was amazing. So now we're on to the next morning, and we got up at 4:30 a.m. again to go and hike Kings Canyon. We watched the sunrise as we hiked. It was just insane. Kings Canyon was one of the most spectacular places I have ever seen. So I'm now hiking Kings Canyon at sunrise, and it's so nice. It's a lot of steps.
1,000 wild camels in Central Australia. There's more than kangaroos out here.
So then after that we drove to Bush Camp. This was basically a campsite in the middle of nowhere. It was literally the coolest place ever. This was the toilet. We literally had to dig a hole for it. There was no door. And then we set up our swags all around the campfire. And then we walked up this little hill to go and see the sunset. And yeah, there was a really cool view from the top, and it just felt so remote and peaceful, and it was honestly so nice just to get away from people. And then we had a campfire, and this was a really cool campfire. We like cooked dinner on it, and then we all went to bed super early because we were so tired from getting up at 4:30 every day. I slept so surprisingly well last night at Bush Camp. Like, it was literally just us, a fire, and our swags, and the swags are so comfy. and I slept for like 9 hours, and I really enjoyed bush camp. Like, it was so different, but I really enjoyed like my phone not working, and like literally we were like the only people for miles, and the stars were so nice. And yeah, I have really enjoyed Uluru. Like, I think it's my favourite place I've ever been, my favourite landscape, just because like the colours and stuff. I did the tour by Mulgus Adventures, would highly recommend, it was so cool. So then after breakfast, this is where the trip started going downhill. So I had the most amazing 4 days of my life, followed by the weirdest 12 hours of my life. Basically, they dropped us off at the airport and our plane just kept getting delayed and delayed and more delayed. So they ended up taking us to the resort nearby for dinner. I mean, free food, can't complain. And then I slept on a bench for like, well, I didn't really sleep, I just kind of laid on the bench. And then we finally got on the plane after like 14 hours of being in the airport, and I've never been so happy to get on a plane in my life. So I just got back to Sydney from the Red Centre and I am exhausted. I literally had a 12-hour flight delay. Luckily I met all my friends on the tour and I had people to talk to, and we actually had a really good time. We got taken to like Ayers Rock Resort, like a 5-star resort, for dinner, which was not where we wanted to be, but it was quite funny, and looking back it was an experience. It was an adventure, it added to the adventure of the whole thing. But yeah, I am exhausted. Basically, I was meant to get to this hostel at 6 p.m. I got here at 6 a.m. So they luckily extended my stay so I can stay in the room till tonight when I'm flying to Melbourne. But the actual Outback tour was absolutely amazing. Like, it's one of the best things I have ever done. I was so scared, I was so scared to like camp and just like all these things that were so out of my comfort zone, but now I think I love camping. Sleeping in a swag bag was honestly like so comfortable, and just like being outside. And the last night we went to bush camp and my phone didn't work, and all the people were so lovely and the hikes were amazing, and the actual like desert is like my favourite landscape ever. I loved it so much. I did my tour with a company called Mulgus Adventures and it was amazing. It didn't feel like any other tour I've done before. Like, sometimes I don't do tours because I like to do things myself at my own pace, or just like, I don't know, it feels quite touristy sometimes when you do a tour. But this one was like almost like, it was called a participation tour, so we all had to like get firewood and like help cook and help clean, and it honestly just felt like going camping with like friends. And the people there were really similar to me because they all like outdoorsy stuff, and it was just very chill. We woke up at 4:30 a.m. every day and went on hikes, and it was just beautiful. Like, the sunrises, the sunsets and the stars in the Outback are insane. Like, I think I'm gonna go work in the Outback because I just loved it so much. All my clothes are red now because of all the desert dust, so I'm gonna go do my washing. The first night I didn't sleep at all in the swag. The second night I slept for 3 hours. Then the last night I literally slept for 9 hours. It was so comfy. And that was bush camp. We had no toilet. It was just a hole in the ground. But I kind of enjoyed it in a weird way. But anyway, now I'm going to go and do my washing because everything absolutely stinks.